welcome to another episode of Behind the EVS Mask. And today I am joined with Bolek. So hi Bolek.
Hi.
Thank you for being in my video.
No problem. Always welcome.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi guys, I'm Bolek from Poland. I was on EVS last year. I started on February 2017, finished with the end of January 2018. And I was volunteering for Association Biome in Zagreb in Croatia. And it was project about linked to nature conservation, mostly with birds and bird research. I knew that, Zagreb it's not really easy for looking for a flat, and I know it's just because I was looking at the flat at the same time when they were looking for it for me, and it's amazing. They did a really good job, and I have amazing flat. I have 40 meters for myself, and it's really awesome. Everything it's just fine. A few years before I came, I was also a youth leader in one organization in Jelenia Góra in Poland, and we were organizing also some projects stuff. It was awesome. So I came and I thought I will be full of ideas and we will be implementing them. But I think just my expectations were not real. My organization is quite big for NGO. There's no time for really new big or time-consuming projects which are not giving enough money. I respect that and really understand. Actually, it's a really nice combo because my mentor was also my Croatian teacher, and she's Polish, Patricia, who already been living here for now 4 years. And it's great. It's just really good support because also the same nationality, and she understands. And also she's from the city which I was living for the last 4 years, and we have really well known background for at least for last years. And it was really well clicked. I had really good mental support, and even if I had on the beginning some frustrations or some mental shock, cultural shock, I could talk through it.
Yeah, and she could explain.
Yeah, explain or just listen or just be good friends. So.
Okay. What about your supervisor?
Also really good. I actually. After at the beginning, it's Paula from Biome, so cheers to Paula. She is really good in that's what she's doing. I think she lets volunteer to find themselves in an organization. Of course. On the beginning, you can feel a bit lost because you don't know language, and a lot of people are in language. But I think they're really open on any constructive feedback. So we went through that I actually implemented myself to organization, and we actually did a work for the next. Okay. Volunteer to be better from the beginning.
So did she match your expectation of the work as a supervisor?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So your sending organization, how was it? Did you expect anything?
Actually, they didn't. They just were keeping also. I got my personal. I got my. I would say supervisor, but just. People who just look after me, but Justina from
your sending organization.
Yeah,
there is one person in charge of you.
Yeah, she was asking me, is everything is fine, and I was just explaining everything is great. So it's not much communication. Actually, I expected warmer winters, but it was real. Actually, it was quite warm for a long time. It was quite long winter, but now it was worse for a few weeks. I don't know. I really. I don't know. I think I had a good feeling what's Croatia about and how people live, what are people here. People from my work are my friends.
Oh, it's fine too.
It's a lot of them. So it's great. Yeah. So but I mean it's just different set of friends. I imagined on the beginning I thought like I'll have this EVS guys I will meet and mostly it's like they're coming and I say I'm not here. Oh, I'm already tired after, so I'm not coming or I come and everyone knows each other already like very well. I'm just this outsider. Yeah, I would say like really. I think the most difficult part is to find yourself in organization and your real role during this year, like finding. And I think on the beginning I had like it's the identity problem. I think even in my organization, even workers, like even, employees, has like what's my role exactly. I want to have some specific thing I do because I had like a really huge set of stuff I was doing and I really loved to do it. And I learned a lot, like really a lot during this year. And just to find something which specifically mine, because like you have 20 people and everyone makes something awesome. So I want to be this next one will make something mine, which will be also awesome for this. And I think this ambition is really something you have to work on here. Just or really if you are ambitious, just to find and just do something you want, like interviews or just and if you go for it, just work as hard as its needs.
Yeah, so that was difficult for you.
Yeah, it was difficult and it was demanded a lot of work and a lot of like humility, you would say, like just to be really know well your flaws, your own flaws, and just ask other people to help you. It was difficulty, I think, also. And this language, I think, again, if you go to country you don't know the language and you're not, you don't have other people who will be only speaking English with you, learn language. Gain. Yeah, a lot. I have like few pages of that I gained.
Let's talk about the main points.
I really became from the scratch bird researcher on birds. So I think that's the main thing I gained. Like I learned a lot about birds and about bird identification and the ecology and why it's good to research them, what is important. That's the one thing. I would say I learned new language, so it's another thing. I got a lot of driving experience. I think I became more resistant on my own flaws and just work and became better worker. I would, but with some restriction. Really, you have to really check your projects and your organization. You cannot just go this because you know, there's a lot of people who really stepped to the something what they didn't want to. So you have to, and it's a lot of time. Yeah, for example, 1 year is a lot of time. So if you are from for 1 year in something you don't enjoy, it doesn't make sense. So it's really, I would recommend just to do a really good research on what you're doing, you're going to do, just to not be frustrated with stuff you actually agreed on. So I think it's crucial just to be smart before
you get there.
you